1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Checking they're all here. I'm going to jump in a second. And there is the fourth, the afterbirth. The sack has come out. That's what we were waiting for, and we didn't know if it was going to be another lamb or the sack, but it's the sack. Hi, Shannon. Hopefully lots of you are joining us from earlier on when these guys entered the world. Hey, mummy. Hey, baby. I'm going to pop that link on before I forget. So we've got 1, 2 and 3 currently all females, not named, because someone's amazing suggestion was to name them through the people that have donated, that can donate. And then when you donate, you can leave a message and that can be your name suggestions. And obviously we are struggling at the moment, being close to the public, our only means of income. So keep liking that kind of link to keep at the top of the page. I don't know if I can do a pinned post. Like, I'll do a pinned post. Pink. Oh, there we go. Look, I'm getting good at this. I'm getting clever. So, 3 females, all born live on our 12 o'clock video. If you pop back, you can watch that. I think it posted at about 2 though, because it was live, and then it posts like after the video, so it might have posted at about 2. Have a look. Anything between kind of 12 and 2, you'll see the video of these guys arriving into the world live. Caught us. We have so many gorgeous lambs and so many black ones. I know they're so cute. Look. So I got to remember who is who. They don't have names, but they've got 1, 2 and 3, and that's how we know if they've been feeding properly. Giving me a little nibble. I'm probably covered a bit of afterbirth. So you think I might be one of the mums with a bit of afterbirth in the neck? What's this? Oh, what's that? A bit of afterbirth on some hay. Oh, climbing on. Oh, you're going to sit on my lap? Oh, hello. All right, then. I'm up for that. Mummy's getting jealous. So Mummy is called Einstein. And Mummy is called Einstein because she's incredibly clever. Eerily so. She always knows what's going on. She's always one step ahead. Oh my goodness me. One step ahead of the game. And whenever the animal carers are trying to do something to move the animals or to trick them into going into one direction, you're licking me. Hello. She always knows what's going on. Look. Do you remember me from this morning? Do you? Very cute. Very cute. Hi, Jasmine. I must be part of the family. Look, nice, going for a feed. So we've got a very, very, very swollen udder. We are keeping an eye on that. I'm waiting for Jade to come back and see me in a minute and give me an update whether we're going to have to give an injection. It might be antibiotics or something. Look, all very messy. So I'm not going to film that bit. Very, very messy. The afterbirth has come out now. That is on the floor next to me. So hopefully I won't roll into it. Try and catch the teat rather than the backside. Very messy, Mummy. So Jade is about. She's going to come down and do some other checks in a minute. It is important to give them a bit of space. How are they transferred? Well, basically we pick up the lambs and Mummy follows. So when you pick up the lambs and we walk slowly, we did do a little live on Instagram actually earlier, which was the video of us. Jade had 2 in her hand, Morgan had 1 in his hand. And basically you walk backwards, Holden is trying to escape, look. She's trying to escape. I keep saying he's, because we've all had boys so far, really. And Mum, we just kind of keeps edging backwards and Mum keeps following until we get them down here. And it's a lot safer down here. Obviously, we can keep a closer eye on them. It stops any of the other ewes getting in the way, getting butted into, like you saw Trailer being a bit aggressive earlier on. Yeah, so once she's licked off all the birthing fluids, and you've given her that time to bond, it was probably an hour after the last birth, then we're allowed to touch. So it's not as bad as like rabbits where you cannot touch at all. The only way really you can get in the way of bonding is if you interfere with that kind of licking process when she was cleaning them up, or if you try to bottle feed when they are feeding nicely on their own. Oh, don't get all the birth on your head. Mummy's got a very dirty area. So they're a lot hardier. They can cope a lot better with kind of human interference than a lot of animals can, because we know about rabbits. They will kill their own babies if they're interfered with. Lots of animals actually will kill their own babies if you touch them. But sheep have worked out that humans are here to help. So let's try and get a bit of feeding down there. And you can see that tail go. You're very friendly, aren't you? I've honestly never known such a newborn lamb, so young, to be so friendly with a human like you are. You've watched me do a few of these videos. Obviously, I've never caught a birth before today, but I have filmed the same day some of these are born, and I've never had one so up close. Hello, and friendly. She's telling him off now. Her off. Why do I keep doing this? Because we've all had boys so far. I'm used to saying him, because we've got Teddy and Hero and Harry and Chase and Jackson and Hulk and Zach and Cody. All boys. And I can't get my head around saying girl. Well, they were 1, 2 and 3. Honestly, at the second, I can't tell who's who. I feel like this livelier one is 1. And I'm sure I remember the dot on the head. And then I'm sure 3 had a really tiny, tiny dot. So it might be that one. And then we'll have a look who's over there. So look, feeding lovely under there. Very, very swollen udder there, though. Muggle for a name. Oh, that's good. Hi, LMA. They are very cute. We haven't named the goats. No, I haven't had time to have a look yet, Jade. Sorry. It's been a bit crazy. I call it the funny farm, the crazy farm, because it really has been non-stop. So I'm doing these videos twice a day. So that's at 12 and 4. And I end up doing them for about an hour. Then I've been going on Instagram at like 1 and 5. I'm going to go on Instagram again today at 5. And that tends to go on for about half an hour. And then in between, I kind of, after the first one, we do lunch with the kids. And then do a few other jobs, chuck some washing in. Then I come back over. And then it's like a bit crazy. So I do need to name those goats. I know you put a lot of suggestions on the page. I will go back. That looks like number 3. Still a bit messy. Do you remember number 3 had a lot of poop on them, I thought? Yeah, and the little dot there. So I think that's number 3. I think this is number 1. And I think 2 is over there. So we will get some real names soon. Houdini for the one that keeps trying to escape. Very funny. Oh, very messy mummy. So I'll have a chat to Jade and see if that's all safe and normal about the... Oh, she's a bit aggressive, isn't she? Hello. There, this is number 3, because number 3 is still dirty. Do you remember 3 had a lot more dirt on them? Hello. Very hoppy, aren't you? If you remember Bo and Pete, when I filmed them, they were born in that morning, and I filmed them at 4 o'clock, and they were barely moving. They would not get on their feet at all. These guys, very, very active. Oh, look, over there, look, there's the sack that did come out. No, I'm pretty sure they said, so this is Einstein, it's female, called Einstein because she's ever so clever, and they have said this is her second lot of lambs, I believe, and she's very, very good, knows what she's doing, and her birth was exceptionally quick. If you watched it live, she wasn't even on the floor. She was up, she was very active, and she just lifted her head up, which we call stargazing, so her head just lifted up, looked up to the sky, and they came out so quickly. And she did amazingly well. So she really, really knew what she was doing. And she was licking them very, very quickly. Natural, everything. Yeah, there's something a bit suspicious about how clever Einstein is. I think she's a spirit animal. I think someone's come back as Einstein because she's very, very intelligent. And always one step ahead of everyone. Let's get another one over here. Over that way. And yeah, she is in a little bit of distress because we've got a very swollen udder here, so she may have mastitis. You can see one sticking out a lot, and then the other one is tucked away underneath. She doesn't want me to see. All right, I understand, a bit of privacy. You watched it. It was amazing. Hi, Stephanie. If you missed it, Steph, we caught live triplets this morning. It was crazy amazing, absolutely amazing. Blew my mind. So happy to have caught that after coming on these lives every day to catch something. And finally, we did it. Very lively, aren't you? Can I say hello? Hello. Very, very cute look. Yeah, lots and lots of black lambs this year. We normally get a good mixture. And we've only had one set of whites. And even the black ones have normally got... Ooh, look at her, she's so protective. All right, I'm sorry. I love your babies too. Very, very protective. So I won't interfere with her too much. Let's get that udder again. Look, very, very swollen. So hopefully Jade will come back down before I finish this live video and have a bit of a chat with us about the swollen udder and what the treatment would be for that one. They've gone on quiet. I can hear Rio in the background, our cockatoo. So there wasn't a fourth. It was just the afterbirth and the sac that she was contracting to push out. And that is on the floor next to me. So I'm going to be very careful not to fall into it. After I spent most of this morning getting covered in birth and poop and whatnot. What have you got in your ear? A bit of dirt in your ear. Gorgeous, Ola. Very, very gorgeous. Very friendly. So, yeah, so we've kicked out Hero, Bo and Peep. Because we've got these guys in, those guys have been kicked out. So they're outside. There's just a little tiny paddock outside of this barn. So if you want to go see them in a minute, I can do that. I'm guessing Teddy's there as well. Look, Mummy's having a bit of a feed. So these guys will stay in overnight. And then tomorrow, they'll be put out in the daytime. Jade, no, she's not a vet. She's one of our lead animal carers, our main one, head of the team. She's been here for 3 years. No, we don't have a vet on site. All our animal care team are qualified, so there'll be different levels of qualified from either college or university. I forget who's got what. I know Meg is university trained in, I think she's got a degree in zoology or something, so I should know what everyone's got. And Jade's, she studied locally in Weston-super-Mare, level 3 animal management and care, I believe, but she'll correct me if I've got the wrong kind of certificate of what she's done. And they've all been trained, so we only have trained animal carers, and we call the vet, so the vet's on the end of the phone, so if we need any advice, so if she needs some advice about this swollen udder, we'll call the vet up. We have a small amount of medications on site, or other ones we can go collect from the vets if needed. So we get the advice over the phone. It might be a video chat as well, especially in the times at the moment where, you know, travelling is not recommended. We're doing a lot more over video chat and photos and emails with the vet. And the vet will come out to us if it's an emergency. But obviously we don't want to put the vet at risk, and we don't want to put ourselves at risk because the vet doesn't know where we've been and we don't know where the vet's been. So for most things we can handle on our own, but we're not big enough to have our own vet on site. I love the way they're all separate. Mum's like got them all in separate rooms. Cara, Curo and Curus. That's lovely. They're quite cute names. No, I don't mind about being nosy. Ask all the questions you can. I'll answer the best I can. Jade was meant to meet me here, ready for the video. But obviously she's very sensible. Animal care comes first. So she may be, thank you, Steph. She may be up. We might be lambing somewhere else on the farm. Because like I said, once one, as you can see, I said this for ages. It was like they'd all gone, they stopped. We had lots of lambs, they're coming daily, and then they stopped for over a week, kind of at the same time this lockdown. And we didn't have any lambs, and then we had lambs on Wednesday, we had Hero, then on Thursday we had Bo and Peep, and then now Sunday we've had the triplets. So we did know that as soon as one had started, the rest would follow pretty quickly. Just to go back on that swollen udder there. That's not nice at all. You can't even see the other one, so tiny behind. So the last conversation I had, I went home for to feed my triplets, not triplets, 3 children. There we go, you can see the big one on that side and there's a little one on the other side. Went home to sort mine out. So last I saw Jade was about an hour ago, and she was underneath Mum, having a little look. And I think she was going to contact the vet in between, so she may be back with information soon. Mum's a bit rough with the little baby, isn't she? It does look very swollen and painful. It's probably all her hormones because of her having 3. It's kind of got a very ready, full of milk, but it's put it all into one instead of sharing it between the 2 because it's a little tiny teat. And also the teat's a bit too big for the little tiny mouths to get round, so they're struggling to... You're knocking the wrong place, sweetheart. The udder's back there. Can you hear that wind? It's so windy. Can you hear it? This is our storm-damaged barn, which we need to repair as well. We've been right in the thick of it here. We've had the flooding, the storm damage, and now we're on the lockdown. Do you think they'll make a movie about us? Oh, they might do. Lockdown on the Farm 2020. A bit like that film We Bought a Zoo, because that was based down here in Somerset. Was it Somerset or Devon? Always looks easier in the movies though. The happy endings come a lot quicker in the movies. Let's get over here. If Mum doesn't nudge me out the way. She give me an evil eye. Very, very cute. What do you think Mum's thinking? Go away. Leave me alone. I think 2's got a little dot in the middle. 3's still very messy. Hello? Give my phone. I've never had them do this either. I think Einstein's got some very clever babies as well. I've never had them play with me like this. Oh, you've been here before? Oh, that's amazing. Well, do visit us again when we open again. Very happy with that cord still hanging down there. Yeah, if anyone watched our video on Thursday with Bo and Peep, massive difference between these guys. Look how active they are. Bo and Pete were barely lifting their head up. So much so that I actually called over one of the animal carers during the video just to say, look, can you come and check on these girls? I'm actually really worried about them. You get Julia Roberts to play the part of me. Yeah, we look like twins. That'd be good, wouldn't it? I think we're more Amy Schumer. We bought a zoo, it's Dartmoor Zoo in Devon. I thought it wasn't too far away from here. I remember watching the film. I think it was a little bit unrealistic how quickly things can get turned around. Even with a team of, I think they had like a team of 5 trying to do it. It takes a lot longer than that. Actually, when we took over this place, it was being shut down for similar kind of reasons, you know, finances, a wet summer the year before, lots of other reasons, and it got to the point where the doors were closing and the animals were going to be, well, we don't know. And we literally came in at the last minute. And there was no tractors here, there were no wheelbarrows here, there was no equipment here, everything had been sold off, and it was starting completely from scratch with everything. And, you know, building up that relationship with the vet and the animals. And lots of, well, I only had one little child back then, and I've got lots of little children. This is why I'm vegan. Look how precious life is. Life is precious. My son, my eldest one, who saw, I don't think he's been in the video, no, not today. 14-year-old, he is vegetarian because he's been brought up here. And he understands life and the importance of life. Will Einstein go on to have more babies in the future? Yeah, I believe she'll probably have babies again. This time next year, really. I think they tend to do a couple of years, and then it's just we look at their health and their birthing. If they struggle with the last birth, then we think actually that you can kind of be retired, and we've got like a retired field, and then we've got like an active field as well. I'm in isolation now and there's beautiful weather outside. Well, it's not that nice. If I'm honest, I think the news is trying to upset everyone saying it's beautiful weather, because it is sunny, but it's very, very, very windy. Extremely windy outside. I tried to do the video earlier. It was very, very windy in the background. I was getting blown all over the place. I've been here just over 10 years. So I came here in 2009. But I did miss out on a lot of the animal time, because actually lambing and lambs and the juices are very, very dangerous if you're pregnant. So I spent a couple of years here pregnant. So for me, I had to stay away from all the animals, which was really hard work. But obviously very important for the safety of my babies. So trying to come to work, it's a bit like you guys trying to go out now with gloves on and masks on, trying to work here in like the office and reception, trying to stay away from all the animal juices. Was hard work, so I missed out on a few years of like the animal fun. I'm going to donate some money to you guys in a while. Thank you. I've got the link. Brilliant. If you pop a message, I think you can pop a message for your donation. You can help with the 3 names for these 3 girls. They're all chilling now. That would really help us. Thank you. We are doing our best. It's been amazing. The team have continued to come in. You know, we've put wages in place, so payday is this week, so that's secured at the moment. But we do worry about obviously going forward. Now we've had no income for over 2 weeks, so that is the worry now. But we also understand everyone's got their own families to look after. I'm allergic to lanolin. They've all gone quiet now, haven't they? Well, I did want Jade to join me for a bit of I want to get that fluff off her face. A bit of hair off her face. But they're very busy, so I'm wondering if they're lambing up the other end or something's going on. So I'm going to wrap up this little video now. What I'll do is I'll go on to Instagram at 5 o'clock. That way we can hopefully get some questions with Jade and Morgan. Find out. Someone just walking past. Oh, someone's walking past. Who's that? Who's outside? Hello? Being quiet on me. I see who's outside. Someone just walked past the barn. Hello? Yeah. Do you know where Jade is?
I think she's putting Hero and his mum up at the field.
Oh, I see. They've gone up the top, have they? Every little bit does help, Jeanette, and in honesty, it's awareness as well. I think with GoFundMe, the more donations you get, they kind of push you up to the top of their page. I know that some other kind of parks have done similar things, and once the kind of ball starts rolling, it just gets... It's like in anything, the more likes on a post, it gets shown to more people. So, in honesty, if you just donate £5 and share it, that could generate... you know, more people to donate from seeing your donation and your share. So honestly, it's every little tiny bit just helps at the moment, because we don't know if we're going to be back open in June, which is unlikely, possibly July, hopefully August. Big worry if you miss the whole season, because in the winter, obviously, it's not so nice to go out on a farm, and we tend to close in November normally, November, December and January. If we actually miss the whole season, where is that to get us through to next year? So keep sharing, honestly, share our videos. It really, really does help. Get people to like our page. That's so important. So especially that when we do reopen, we get more customers, and that way that revenue that will come in July and August will help kind of back pay any issues we've had come up over these months here. But it means so much to know people that do want to help out. And see, this was everyone all quiet now. You must have had a nice little feed, and that's why you're so lively. I like to pick off all their... What's this? I should leave them alone, but I like to get them all nice and clean. Mummy, I'm not hurting. Mummy's very, very, very protective. Morgan, have you got any info on these 3? Anything been happening while I was gone?
Nothing really. I mean, just bonding because you usually the first 20 to 48 hours is crucial for the mum and dad.
Yeah, well, she's very bonded, isn't she? She's very, very protective.
Yeah.
What about the swollen udder? Have we been on the phone to the vet yet, or you got your own care?
We've
Care
got
plan.
our own care for that.
Yep.
But obviously, it does get worse, and yeah, we will call the vet.
Jade knows that stuff, doesn't she? She's been here a few years.
She's done it for years. And this is my first lambing, so I'm sort of still learning.
Morgan's very new, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm enjoying
First year.
Yeah.
Well, second month, isn't it? Second month here.
Second month now, yeah.
So Morgan is very new.
And there's a bit of action there as well.
Yeah, I know. Nice bit of sack over there. I'm trying not to lie in it.
There we go. You can tell she's really responsive to the ferrets.
Yeah, can you see the ferret through the gap? So she's thinking, wait a minute, who's that? And do they want to eat my baby?
They
Einstein
probably
is very clever. Yep.
But
Oh.
thankfully, they're not going to be eaten by the ferrets.
On high alert. And has she been eating well? Have we got any food in here for her? Have you given her alfalfa yet?
Yeah, we've given her a bit, and we'll give her a little bit more now as well before we leave.
She's on high alert, isn't she?
I think it's because of that.
Yeah, if you think about over there, the wind's kind of blowing all the shutters over there. It's been very, very noisy. And so she's on high alert, wondering what is that? What's going on up there?
She's doing really good as well for free lambs as well, because usually they would end up rejecting one.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to at all, is she? I think she's going to do her best to feed all three of these.
But obviously we will keep an eye just in case these things can happen, but...
Well, I'll come over tonight as well. I know Braden, so my eldest, he's a teenager. He's been coming over at night time. He came over last night again.
Did he?
As well. Yeah, he's been coming over every night. Basically just as it's going dark. So he's here to have a bit of a walk round and check on everything. Check and see if there's any lambing and things. So he's been coming over every night. So he'll come over again tonight. He might go live himself if I let him. Dare I let him have the logins. So maybe let me know if you want Braden to go live tonight. He's 14. He's very nicely spoken, isn't he, Braden?
Oh, very, yeah.
He talks very nicely. I don't know where he gets that from. He's like, I'm not from Somerset. I'm from the Queen's Castle. He's a good lad, actually, my eldest. And I've got two little troubles as well. But yeah, let us know if you want to see a late night live tonight. And we might do that with these three, just to keep an eye on them. So if you are enjoying what we're doing, please join us every day at 12 and 4. We go live on Facebook. And every now and again, we kind of follow up with a live on Instagram at 1 and 5. So I'm going to go and do that at 5 o'clock tonight. So I want to go see what Jade's up to. And I want to have a bit of a chat with her as well. A bit more of an experienced opinion on our 3 triplet girls and Mummy's swollen udder. And what her plan is of care. So just in case we don't go back on Facebook, we'll be back on at 12 tomorrow. And at 4 tomorrow with these 3 beautiful girls. And I think if we get a few more of the donations in, then we'll be picking the name tomorrow. I think we've had 3 donations at the minute. Might be better just to wait till we've got maybe 10 or so we've got a good few names to pick out of. If you think we've got the medication to pay for Mummy now, for her, Jay's about giving her an injection, and the alfalfa and the extra feed, and bits and bobs like that. So every little bit does help, because we're not a farming farm. So we're not a meat farm, we're not a dairy farm, we're not a cattle farm. We haven't got an income from that side of things. We are just a petting and educational farm. So we're school trips and days out. There is our only income. Right, Mummy's very interested in her babies. Thank you, family, amazing birth. What's wrong with me today? There's too much. Thank you. # family, amazing work. It really is a family affair here. The children have been very active and helpful, and they've been learning a lot about the animals, just in case the lockdown stops the animal carers coming in. So the children have been learning how to do a lot of the basic animal care, because if it gets to a point where either the animal carers can't come in, or if I get sick as well, it could be the children actually doing everything on their own as well as caring for themselves. It can be very worrying. So they are amazing. Yeah, an Amazon wish list. That could be a good idea, actually. There'd be lovely things we could do for enrichment as well. Some toys. I know we got some new... Oh, having a nice feed there. Some toys for the pigs the other day. All helps with enrichment. And don't forget, we are still lambing. So I think we've got... How many more lambs have we got to come? 22 minus 9 now. Yeah?
I think that's about right.
So 11 more sets of lambs.
We're probably halfway through now, I reckon.
2 sets of llamas to have crias. Is Nikita pregnant, the alpaca?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In September, October.
Oh, okay, so Nikita is due an alpaca. And of course, we've got our pony who is in foal as well, who's due any day now as well. So lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of babies to arrive. Obviously, this would normally be when all our lovely customers are here on our school trips, so they can have that amazing education of seeing all this happen. So this is why we're bringing it live to you, to give you a little home education. Honestly, she is such a good mum. I honestly haven't seen this level of care from any of the mums so far. Einstein is called as such for a reason. She's constantly going around checking on all those babies and waking them up to make sure they're feeding. Absolute star. You're feeding at the wrong end, you donut. See, she just heard the pig behind and she's straight away on high alert. What is going on? What do you want? Stay away from my babies. Best mum ever, Einstein. Named as such because she is so clever. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you. I will see you at 5 o'clock on Instagram if you're there. Really easy to set an account up, and it's really good because we can go split screen and you can show us at home if you've done any drawings or if you've got any pets at home. I've sat in some poo again. Right, love to you all. Thank you so much for all your support. It's no, she's not rejected any of them. She's been and for triplets again. That is very rare. I always worry when we have triplets, and it's very rare that we have triplets. Right, I'll see you 5 o'clock on Instagram or 12 o'clock back on Facebook.